Hey guys, this is Skype-Supremicy coming at you again with another gameplay commentary on Titanfall. In this, I'll be kind of talking about what I do personally, talking about what I'm doing in this actual game, as well as in general in other game modes and just little tricks that I've picked up on this. One is always get a burn card that you find useful. In that, you'll see that I had the amped, pretty much Spartan laser on is what I call them from Halo, and those are not a good example of useful burn cards. I just kind of use those just to get rid of them. I'll put them on at the beginning of games sometimes, even though I know there's no Titans, just to get them out of my burn card deck. But what I do on Hardpoint is I always find a flag that gets heavily contested, and I'll just sit on it. When you capture a flag, you get your first initial offensive points for capping the flag, but after that, every 5 to 10 seconds, you get the same amount of points, 75, for just sitting on the flag and just holding it. So, as far as points go and score goes, if you're trying to level up, this is probably one of the easiest things you can do and gives you one of the highest amount of rewards. I've had a friend play with me and get like 30 kills while I was doing this, and I was still above him on the scoreboard with only 4 kills. It's just, you really can't beat the reward for playing the objective in this game, which I think is awesome. I find the fact that if you're guarding a flag, not camping, but guarding a flag, you are more rewarded than the people just slaying around and just killing people out in the middle of nowhere. So I really like that part. And the flag lets you know if there's someone on it when it says contested. Which you'll notice, if I notice that it says contested, you'll see me looking around a lot more. With B flag, there's 3 main entrances, and I try and watch all at the same time. The left entrance, the right entrance, and then dropping down. Here, I got bum rushed by like 3 or 4 of them, and I was super nervous, but luckily my good old C4 helps me out, and then I get a good Spartan kick there. But yeah, it's pretty fun to do this. You honestly run into a lot more people than most people give you credit for, and you're actually helping the team out. Right here, I had my Titan ready, and what you want to do, I didn't do it right away, but one of the best things you want to do is call your Titan in and put your auto Titan on in guard mode outside. So not only do you get points for calling your Titan in, but you get points if your Titan gets a kill on a pilot or just other AI units. I actually use the upgraded chip that makes my Titan more accurate, so it's even better for me to call him in because he actually has a higher chance of killing pilots running around, as well as destroying other auto Titans out there. So it's just more open for points. When I play Capture the Flag, I tend to want to have a full party with that. If you haven't tried it out yet, I implore you to. It's really fun, but it's extremely challenging in the fact that there's no respawn delay in Capture the Flag on this game. So it makes getting a flag grab really, really hard. Not only do you have to kill any defense that are there, but you pretty much either have to outrun or kill them again right after the flag pickup. And another hard part about it is Titans being integrated into that. You can get the flag and get in a Titan and capture the flag, which I don't necessarily agree with. I would say they should make it to where you drop the flag if you get into a Titan. Maybe getting on a Titan, I say would be allowed, but you being able to call your own Titan in and control it, I think is just too much for having an objective that you only score 3 in a round and it ends the side. But for CTF, you get 500 points per cap, which is pretty good, equivalent to about 5 kills. And the rounds are fairly short if you're playing with 6 people. So I would say if you're trying to play objective with friends and you want something challenging, that would be a good game mode to play. I found that Hardpoint is probably the best and easiest to get the most points to level up on, even over Attribution, which is the deathmatch type 1, or Last Titan Standing, or Pilot Hunter. They're good, fun game modes, but they don't compare as far as the points that you can get from sitting on this. Attribution I do enjoy playing as well. It's what I'll play when there's only like maybe 1 to 3 people in my party. Even I myself can play it. That's one of the game modes that I feel comfortable playing by myself, being able to still do good. So, but it's pretty much just team deathmatch, all the same maps. There are a few different maps depending on the game type you play. I think Training Ground won't come up or won't come up on attribution as much, but on Hardpoint I see it a lot more often. And there's a few maps that differ between the two. I can't remember all of them, but yeah, I've played a lot of attribution and Hardpoint, and Last Titan Standing is okay. I don't find it extremely fun because it's kind of like a search and destroy slash defuse kind of game type, in the sense that you only have one life, but you only have one life as far as your Titan goes. Even if you eject out of your Titan and you're alive but your Titan is dead, that technically counts as a kill for the other team as far as winning the round. Once all the other Titans are destroyed, you technically win. And something that I found that other people have tried doing is putting their Titans on auto Titan and then running as pilots to try and kill the other Titans. And although I think that is a decent idea, unless you do it with your full team, I don't think it'll ever work. What I mean by that is, if I had a full team of 6 and we all put our auto Titans on, but put them in guard mode in like a very corner of a map, and then we run out, and all 6 of us pilots focused on one Titan, since we can down him, I think that would be one of the best ways to try and get the other Titans down, by keeping yourself safe. The only thing is, even as a pilot, you only get one life. So if he kills me, the game's not going to end until he finds our Titans and kills our auto Titans. So I don't really like that. But for me, the game type just seems slow for the game itself. I feel Titanfall really excels in keeping stuff fast-paced, quick moving, and lots of action. And I think that's a good thing. I don't think that they should take a slower game mode such as like Search and Destroy or Defuse and try and integrate it into this. I think the high fast pace is what keeps everybody entertained and really fun. Another thing that I enjoy is that they didn't bring any other extra vehicles into the game. I think that could have been a huge potential to really ruin the Titan feel, and I'm happy they didn't do that. One thing for this particular game type that I like is there's usually only one point that a Titan is able to capture. So it doesn't just mean your team's going to win if you have all 6 Titans, because there's only going to be one point that you can guarantee to have captured. So I think that was really smart by the developers, not allowing, Titan domination on this game type. I think that was really good play by them, and I quite enjoy it. I, as you can see here, use Cloak. Some people say it's overpowered compared to the Stem, but I mean, it's useful for me. It's active camouflage. I don't think it's nubby of me necessarily to use. Plenty of people use it, and I really like I said in my previous video, I really feel that there's nothing overpowered necessarily in this game. But as you can see, this was a pretty good game. I ended up going like 19-2. Topped the boards for score, as well as sitting here, trying to get this final objective down. So, and remember to always call on your Titan whenever you can, even if you're not going to get in it. It's free points that you can't give up. But that was just a quick example of the amount of points you can see on my defense for score. I'll be sure to put more videos out later this week, and be sure to check in.